What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about Social Security and the recent updates and the new information that we are now getting because we have a new Speaker of the House in Speaker Mike Johnson. Now, a lot of people have asked me, is this person going to be good for Social Security? Is this person going to, bring in new proposals that could potentially increase benefits? Or are we going to see decreases? Well, this is what we're going to find out. But just so that you know, this is one person that is for spending cuts from the government level. It doesn't mean he's for cutting Social Security. There's been a lot of talks, a lot of rumors, so I'm going to go over everything that's been going on, why this person is saying what he is, and is this going to be beneficial for you? So make sure you stick around for this entire video, and I will explain everything that is going on. So here's what we know. Speaker Mike Johnson is for spending cuts from the federal level. Just so that you have an idea, previously he has spearheaded budget resolutions that called for $2 trillion in cuts to Medicare, $3 trillion in cuts to Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, and also $750 billion in cuts to Social Security. That's massive. Those three cuts are massive. But where's all this coming from? Well, Speaker Mike Johnson, he is trying to ensure that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, they're all there for people who need them. This is something that many people call these entitlement programs, but yet we pay into these. So even though people are calling these entitlements, these are things that we are paying into. We are paying for these things so that we could potentially have them in the future. Well, what Speaker Mike Johnson is asking for is to, let's not increase the benefits. No, let's not do that yet. Let's wait, let's be patient, and let's ensure that Social Security is going to be around in 2035. That's what he's asking for. Now, I want to play you a clip from his speech last night after he did win the speakership. Let's go ahead and watch this.
The skyrocketing cost of living is unsustainable, and Americans should not have to worry about how they're going to feed their family every week because they can't afford their groceries anymore. Everybody in this room should think about this. Here's the stats. Prices have increased over 17% in the last 2 years. Credit card interest rates are at the highest level in nearly 3 decades, and mortgage rates are now at a peak we haven't seen since 2001. We have to bring relief to the American people by reining in federal spending and bringing down inflation.
So right there, he is saying that we have to rein in federal spending to bring down inflation. Well, here's the thing. If we rein in federal spending to bring down inflation, this is going to help out millions of people. The problem is, how do we rein in federal spending? Do we see cuts to Social Security? Do we see cuts to Medicare, Medicaid? Do we see cuts to defense spending? Where are the cuts going to come from? Well, that's where we're going to find out what Speaker Mike Johnson really has in store for us, because this is all starting right now. The first thing that Speaker Mike Johnson has to do is he has to bring to the floor of the House a bill for government funding. Because as of November 18th, we would run out of funding. The government would shut down. This could hurt millions and millions of people. This would actually cause Social Security to become insolvent a little bit sooner. And again, more problems would arise. Well, here's what I can tell you. There are a lot of issues right now, but here's what's going on with Social Security. One of the things that we've heard from multiple different agencies and multiple experts is that in order for Social Security to remain solvent past 2034, there has to be multiple changes. One of those changes is we are likely going to increase the full retirement age. Right now it's age 66 or age 67 if you were born after 1960, then you would reach full retirement age at age 67. Now, why does this matter? Well, it matters because according to recent reports, for every year we increase the full retirement age, your lifetime benefits are reduced by about 7%. So if we increase the full retirement age from age 67 to age 68, that means your lifetime benefits would be reduced by 7%. If we go from 67 to age 69, your lifetime benefits would be reduced by 14%. And if we go from age 67 to age 70, which is being currently discussed, your lifetime benefits would be reduced by about 21%. Now, what we are hearing, and this is something that has been proposed multiple times, this is done by the Republican committee, they are proposing a gradual increase of the normal retirement age. They say at the rate of 3 months per year until it reaches age 69. And then again, they would want to increase it a little bit more, likely to age 70 in the future. So this is something that Speaker Mike Johnson is actually in support of. He supports this idea. Now, the reason why he supports this idea, again, we have to rein in spending. That's really it. Does he support Social Security? Yes. Does he want to see it go away completely? No. But one of the things that he has actually on his website, okay, because there's not much on his website. I've looked over the past week or so. There's not much there. But in one of the chapters in a budget that he did for the Republican Study Committee's fiscal 2022 budget, and this is one of the things he spearheaded as well, there's a chapter in that budget. It's titled Make Social Security Solvent Again. And there's a bunch of different proposals in there, okay? But in there he also said, right now Social Security is unsustainable in its current form. Now, raising the full retirement age was one of the things that he said would actually increase the longevity of Social Security. So that was one of the reforms that was inside that page. But here's another one. He wants to change the way that the cost of living adjustment is calculated. Currently, the cost of living adjustment is calculated based off the CPI-W. It's the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. That's the CPI-W. There's also something, it's called the CPI-U. This is different. And then there's also a CPI-E. Now, according to the many Social Security groups like the Senior Citizens League, they are pushing to see the CPI-W change to the CPI-E because this better reflects what seniors spend money on. For example, healthcare and other costs that impact the elderly. That's CPI-E. But CPI-U is different. According to the Republican Study Committee, they're recommending switching from the CPI-W to the CPI-U because according to them, it says it's a more accurate index, and it tracks the effects of inflation and consumer choice more accurately. However, doing so would likely see that your benefits would get reduced. When it comes to the cost of living adjustment, you would see a smaller increase. Okay? So that is something that was brought up under Speaker Mike Johnson as well. The other one is to allow for privatization of retirement benefits. We've heard this before. Okay? I don't know if this goes anywhere, but we've heard it multiple times. If this was to be pulled up in the Senate's not going to vote for this. The Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, he's never going to go for this. Okay? So that's what's happening at this time. One of the biggest issues right now is we have to get the government funding bill passed. We have less than a month to do it. I think we have like 20-some days, 22 days or something like that. We're running out of time. We have a little more than 3 weeks. We are pressed for time. We have to get this done. But as we're getting this done, you're going to start to see what Speaker Mike Johnson has in store for us. I don't know if this is going to be a good thing. I don't know if this is going to be a bad thing. But for people on Social Security, there are going to be changes. We just don't know exactly what they're going to look like. So as we start to see what these changes are, how we are going to be impacted, I promise I'll come back on. I'll bring you all the latest news and updates, and I will fill you in on everything that's going on. All you got to do is two things. First, hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed this daily update. I know it wasn't the greatest news, but it is the facts. Second thing, make sure you click that subscribe button and also tick that notification bell so you never miss an update. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.